What's going on, bro? Ain't nothing you tell me. That's how you feel. I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm trying to Are we live? I'm trying to make sure. I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm trying to Look. Let me ask you what's going on though. Trying to make sure. Wait a minute. Hold on. I ain't got you on yet. Let me give me 1 second. Let me get you in because I see you already tripping.
Man, ain't no tripping.
All right. Now you say what now? The Pacers doing what?
Man, the Pacers in the finals. I know I said it. I sound like a broken record at this point,
I
but
mean,
we
they
there,
in the
man. We in
finals.
that thing, man. We in that thing. You know, the Suns of
I ain't know. I
Reggie,
know your. Oh my goodness! He brought out the Reggie Miller jersey.
the Suns of Reggie, baby. we in here, man.
What you say? You said Pacers in 7.
I said Pacers in 7. We got to hold on to home court advantage, man. The trends. Hopefully, the trends don't stick in this game. And here's the trends. The Pacers won every game won in the playoffs so far.
Yeah,
Every
you
single
said
one.
that. You said that.
Yes. But we've
Okay.
also lost every game 3.
Hey, that might be what they was tripping on the. I read some article today that the fans was mad at Rick Carlisle because he changed the lineup for Game 3.
I mean, listen, I'm not gonna. Rick Carlisle's a championship coach. You gotta let a champ be a champ. So hopefully, whatever buttons he push or that he feels like he needs to push are the right ones, and we come out on top. I'm not gonna question Carlisle. Um, but our starting lineup has been working. So I don't know who he's gonna make the adjustment with. Another trend that's in our favor. We haven't lost 2 games in a row in this playoff. So
At all?
at all. So
Wow.
something got to give, right? Either we're gonna win a game 3, or we're gonna lose 2 on the road.
Right.
Um, I would prefer that we finally win a game 3. So I'm really excited to see how the fans of Indianapolis come out. I know there's some diehard Pacer fans down there. I've been texting with a couple of friends, and um, I wish I could have flew in, but got a couple other things we got to take care of down here. So I'm
You
gonna
you
sit here.
was you was gonna fly in for the Pacers game? You was gonna try to get to the
Absolutely.
game?
Absolutely.
What if they win it
Absolutely.
out? You going down there for the parade?
If we win, am I going to the parade? Heck yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because
gonna be
you've been
I'm
waiting
gonna
on
be the
this your whole
parade.
life. You've been
I'm
waiting on
going
this your whole life.
Man, come on, man. Stop playing, man. Since 1984. Shit.
Bro, wow.
Come on, diehard Pacers fan over here. So, hey, we'll see how things go tonight. Shay is the truth. I think the key to the matchup is Jalen Williams. We got to keep Jalen Williams under 20 points. Now, the last game they won, he had 19,
Right.
and they beat us. But the game before that, he had 16 or 17, and we won. I think that he's the key. We can't let him explode to be in the game. So we can keep him from exploding. I think we got to get Halliburton the ball on the move. We can't just pass it to him and let Dort guard him 95 feet. Halliburton has to start downhill, and they got to get it to him as he's getting up the floor, even if we're not in fast break action. So I think those two be the keys to this game.
You think y'all got a legit chance tonight? I mean, y'all at home, so y'all should.
Legit chance? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, I don't think y'all, I mean, I don't,
You,
well,
you're saying that we don't have a legit chance.
I don't know, man. I'm not sold on them yet. Like,
We're in the finals. See, I'm
right,
tired of
right,
saying
right,
this.
right, right. I can't
We're
even,
in the finals.
look, I can't even hate. You're right. I hear you. Y'all in the finals, but they still the Pacers to me, man.
Well, I think we're gonna show everybody. Pacers is 7, man. Pacers is 7.
Hey, I hope, hey, look, for your sake, I hope it happens.
For my sake, I hope it happens too, and for the
84,
fans, man. For the
94,
fans,
2000. That's a lot of years, bro.
hey, for the fans in Indiana, man, we're basketball country. Basketball country deserves a championship.
But
And,
check
and I,
this out. I talked to somebody else. Well, I talked to Spoon James
oh
over the
man,
weekend, and he had me cracking up talking about all these fake Pacer fans ain't wore a Pacers jersey, Pacers nothing in years. Now they in the finals. Everybody walk around like they the Pacers fan.
Well, hey, I'm glad. Maybe we'll pick up a couple on the bandwagon, and they stick around. You know, in Indiana, especially where we from, everybody are Bulls fans. I always bucked that trend, and I've been a diehard Pacers fan. You know,
Yeah.
back when the battles between Reggie and Jordan. I'm talking
Them
about the
was battles.
Davis brothers, Derek McKee.
Them was battles though.
Huh?
Them was battles.
Hey, we're the
I
only
guess it
team.
depends on how you look at it.
Hey, we the only team that took the Bulls to a game 7 ever during the Jordan era.
Okay.
You
I
can't
give you
name
that.
another one because there
I
wasn't
can't even
one.
argue that. Okay.
So if that doesn't equate a battle, then I guess Jordan had no battles.
Hey, look, you probably. I just got to get so the people know how hard, die hard, and how far you go back. I bet you don't remember me talking junk to you about we had to be fresh sophomores in high school when I came in your room in the basement. You had that Rick Smith jersey.
That's it. Stop playing with me, man. Come on. The Dunkin' Dutchman, baby.
You
The
had that Rick
Dunkin'
Smith
Dutchman.
jersey. Hey,
Dutch
I
boy
was
in
like,
the
what is
paint,
this?
baby. Dutch boy in the paint.
That's what's up, man. Like I said, they got a squad though. Both teams they look good. So
Yeah, it's
honestly,
like,
I'm just happy that the young boys is actually doing their thing.
yeah, man. I mean, it's the new generation, and you know, this Pacers team is young. The only person on the team that's even got a lot of years under his belt is Miles Turner, and he's still relatively young in terms of basketball years. He's not 30 yet, so I mean, it's going to be a fun next few years, either way. But you know, I want us to get it done this year. We got to get it done this year.
Yeah, because a lot of times when it don't happen that year that you're supposed to happen, you already know how this league is. They go to
It's a drop off. You know, I mean, you see it more so in football. But Philadelphia bucked that trend this past year with their Super Bowl. But usually the loser of the who lost the finals last year? Who did Boston beat?
they blew them out. Whoever it was, Dallas, yeah, Dallas.
They beat Dallas. And look
Dallas.
at Dallas this year. Dallas had that huge drop off.
How you trade Luca after going to the finals?
Man, you know that was a personality thing. Mike
No,
Finley.
that wasn't. That was man. You talked about it. That
Oh
was a
yeah,
league
yeah,
decision to get
yeah,
somebody in LA.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah,
I
I'm just
agree.
saying. I would
Definitely.
doubt it if they work their magic and get Giannis or
But Mike Finley was not a fan of Doncic. Doncic plays no defense, and he went to LA and played no defense.
and they paid for it too.
Yeah.
But
LeBron told
what's Mike Finley
Gino,
role?
say it again.
What is Mike Finley role in Dallas?
He's like the general. He's not the general manager. He's something vice president of basketball operations or something like that.
He got some say, is what you're saying.
Oh, he got some say.
Okay. Hmm. Well, like I said, we'll see what it's like going
You ain't
forward.
heard the story about him snatching the beer out of Doncic's
I
hands?
saw that video. I saw that
Yeah,
video.
in the
Yeah.
Western Conference Finals. I mean,
Yeah, but that was wrong of him, though, man. That's a grown man. I know. Don't get me wrong. I know. I know. Uh, they hadn't won the finals or did like that, but they got to the finals. He was celebrating. You don't snatch nothing out of my hand, man. Who are you?
yeah.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Tell me.
No, you snatch some shit out of my hand. We gonna fight.
Look, we already got problems. We got problems before you even did that.
Yeah, we got a problem.
But so I don't know. We'll see where it goes. What else on your mind? Talk to me about what else wrong out there
I
that
mean,
you see.
we talking about basketball, so I think the
Oh,
natural shift has to go to Chris Webber and this whole saga with Doug Christie and Doug Christie foul wife. I was gonna call her another word, but you know that this whole situation with his daughter Chanel, I think, right? And I mean, I think that's just crazy. You know, the fact that, you know, all these years, this woman and had this man coming around their house, You know what I'm saying? Coming to birthday parties and celebrations, and the whole time this dude is not a friend of the husband. He's the father of the child, man. That's some cold-blooded stuff.
Let me ask you this: do you think it's for real? Do you think it's real? Only reason I asked that is because the video Chris Webber put out, he said he made it seem like they made it up. Somebody made a rumor. So I don't know.
Listen, I saw the video of what Chris Webber said. What Chris Webber didn't say is, "I'm not the daddy."
Oh.
He said people spread lies about me, better take them down. My lawyers are in action. He did not say I am not the daddy. He did not say I got to pay Doug Christie $2 million, half of the settlement that the judge ruled in favor of Doug Christie. So
so it's it got settled.
yeah, $4 million.
Wow.
She
I
got to
did not
pay
know that.
two. He got to pay two.
Wow. That's bad business right there.
And
Cause
what's crazy is
do you remember the I want to say what was the name of that show? The NBA what was it, man? Inside Stuff or something?
yeah.
When they had the whole little 5-minute clip of her talking about he can't go nowhere without me. She was on the team
Oh, bro,
bus.
I remember that. I remember,
Bro,
bro.
that's foul.
And go back to the fact that that's why he was traded from the Kings.
Bro, that's foul, bro.
The whole time she on the bus looking at both her men.
Got everybody in check. Can't do nothing. That's foul, bro. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, from even a teammate to teammate, that's foul, man. Somebody on the team could have said something.
You think somebody else knew?
That's too big of a somebody else knew. It's somebody else who didn't say nothing. Somebody knew.
Somebody knew something. Huh?
Somebody could have told him, hey man, she ain't about to write.
Bobby Jackson. Where you at, Bobby?
Yeah, because I bet you Bobby knew. Bobby knew. Yo,
Hey, Mike Bibby. We had to call Mike Bibby. We could call. I head up to Sac State, my alma mater, Sac State, where Mike Bibby is now the new head coach, and I asked Bibby, "Hey, Bibby."
is he? He Sacramento State coach?
Yes. And Shaq is the president of basketball operations.
Who is?
Shaq.
At Sacramento State? Shaq don't even be in Sacramento.
That's where Shaq's from. That's where his wife is from. Remember, man, I went to Shaq's birthday party way back in my.
I thought Shaq still married to her?
No, but Shawnee O'Neal is from Sacramento. Shaq used to be up there all the time. Shaq had a
I
birthday
guess you
party.
probably still got property up there or something.
Yeah,
Because you
Shaq
said
had a birthday party.
I don't. Basically, my point is, how is he doing business and how is he the basketball president? President of basketball operations when he ain't never there.
The same way Steph Curry, the president of basketball operations at Davidson. You know what I mean? They there for name
These
and
people
reputation.
ain't got to show up for their job, huh?
No, but all they got to do, I'm sure when they recruiting players, Shaq telling you to go to Sac State. Shit. You
Right.
gonna go.
All you got to do is say, "Hey, we want you." I'm there.
You see what I'm saying?
You're right.
I
That
mean,
name alone brings the players.
exactly. Now you got Mike Bibby coach. You got Shaq trying to get you there. Shaq with and Shaq with all the businesses he own. I'm sure he can plug a few. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Appearances. Man,
Might be they gonna wear Reeboks.
I don't know what they going. Yeah, because he the president of Reebok too.
I'm just saying.
Man, Shaq is everywhere, man.
Shaq doing his thing. You right?
He's selling insurance. He's selling everything from insurance, tennis shoes.
Man, look, man. You know the league a small organization. We just focus on the Kings player. Shaq knew. These folks knew what was going on, bro.
Man, everybody knew. You would hear people talking about it, man. Doug, his nose was wide open, as we used to say back in the day. I
And
don't
nobody
know.
who said something about it.
That was the conversation back in the day that she had his nose wide open.
I remember
You know what
that.
I'm saying? I read an article that where they supposedly quoted his mother as saying that she felt like it, for a long time. Not that it was Chris Webber, baby, but there was something that, old girl was hiding, and how she would come off. And so, I mean, again,
It's usually it's usually the foulest ones though that's trying to be right up under you. You can't move around. They the ones who dirty.
yeah,
That's but
because
look,
they know what they be on. So,
man, hmm, that I'm touched by that whole situation. When I first seen it, I was like, "Whoa, this deep right here," because I went straight back to that. I remember that is NBA inside stuff. I'm like, if it works
yeah.
for him, I guess. But ooh, that's a hurdle, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Herder is definitely the word, man. I pray for Doug Christie, man. I got to be a heck of a something to go to, and then I pray for the young lady. You know, she posted on her little Instagram how, blood don't make you family, and that Doug Christie always be her dad. So, hey, I mean, that got to be something for both of them to go through, man.
Yeah,
That's
that's tough. Especially like you said, after 16 years, you thinking anything. That's
no
fine.
24 years.
Huh?
She
I
was
thought
24 years old, man.
oh, the daughter 24 now.
Yeah.
So where's the 16-year-old 16 come from?
Because he asked for money back for the Sweet 16.
That's okay. That's why I get okay.
Yeah, he spent $100,000 on the Sweet 16. Had Bow Wow come and perform.
Look, that's too much, man. You know it's hard to have me at a loss of words, and that got me at a loss of words. I don't know what to say on that
Man,
one.
I have never, ever, ever in my life shot at, attempted to, a friend, girlfriend, wife, man, never, man. There's some lines you don't cross. And, even if Chris Webber wasn't cool with Doug Christie, whatever the case may be, you know, even if that's how he wanted to get down to go all these years, and then to befriend him over time, just to
Right.
watch the little girl
Be
grow
hanging
up.
out with him and everything.
Yeah, to me that's the
That's
foul
what made
part.
it fire.
Yeah, that's
So
definitely the foul part.
talk to me, man. Tell me what you think about this. Is them putting the military in the U.S. streets? Is that enforcement or are th- are, author are authoritarian?
Authoritarian,
Yeah,
exactly.
authoritarian. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that authoritarian or is that enforcement?
It's definitely authoritarian leadership, but this is what we have to be careful of. People of the United States, open your eyes and your ears. It started with Black Lives Matter protests. Now it's moved to Hispanics and whoever have something negative to say about the government, you're up next. The right to protest is secured in the Constitution. What we're watching is people who are subverting and preventing our right to vent when we're angry. Nonviolent protest is a cornerstone of what makes this country great. It's a democracy. It's supposed to be about the people. When the people are angered, they should be able to come out and vent it in a positive way. So, as long as there's no violence, I don't understand this. We
What's
need
the end goal of it though?
end goal of what, the protest?
Yeah, no, I'm saying why are they sending like what are they trying to accomplish the government by doing it that way?
I mean, they're trying to silence the people.
I know that, but I know that much, but I'm just saying why now?
Because of the magnitude of the, you got to understand the magnitude of the protest because of the magnitude of what the ICE raids were doing in that area. I mean, they were snatching
No,
folks
I
up
understand that side of it. I understand why they protest and all that. I'm saying why all of a sudden is it why why is the authoritarian moves coming out now? Like why now? It's a
first off.
reason behind it. They don't
I
do
mean,
nothing.
you got to go back to Trump's first presidency. He didn't man. First off, we all know that the presidents are hand selected. They're there for a reason. Trump was supposed to have 2 terms regardless, and what happened was, again, Trump was such a poor candidate, such a bad candidate. He's beat two of the worst presidential nominees in the history of the United States government. Not the fact that
Right.
Kamala
Like you said. They couldn't find nobody else to run against him.
This is what I'm saying. Not the fact that Bill Clinton's wife, Hillary Clinton, and Kamala Harris aren't competent people. I'm definitely not saying that. But what I'm saying is he beat the two weakest candidates to ever run. Neither one of those had a chance, and Hillary almost beat him. Right? They ran who they thought was a bad candidate against. There's no way minorities will vote for Joe Biden. Joe Biden, he created the prison, the school of prison
That's
pipeline. I
pretty
mean,
straight. Pretty straight.
yeah, well, with the war on drugs. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And so this is Strom Thurmond's hand-picked guy. Strom Thurmond, if people don't know, was a huge racist politician that was in office for years in the Republican Party. Biden was pretty much his was
Protege.
his protege, and so and then he switched parties, and so there's no way that they thought Trump would beat Biden. I mean that Trump would lose to Biden, but that's how horrible Trump is as a candidate. Nobody wants him, right? And
Right.
so whatever he was supposed to accomplish in that second term is what they're doing now. This is my point, and and that's why these things are happening so fast. So whatever freedoms were meant to be taken away. Whatever this new wave of government that's about to be established, whatever it is about to happen now. This is strategic, and he was meant to be the person to do it. So that's why now. That's why it's happening so quickly.
I got you. So, what do you think is going to happen with the riots I don't want to say riots yet. 'Cause I really hope it's just they calm down. But in LA, what do you think? Where do you think that's going?
I think
Because my point is,
I think they're gonna
I guess, do
continue to
you
be
think
forced.
you think? I know he gonna get an order for them to kill U.S. citizens when it come down to it. So then what?
I mean, when you start talking about shooting rubber bullets,
That thing
people,
hurt.
yeah, them things hurt. Uh, I mean, if our government really turned guns on the people and they start murdering people, that changes the game. And I don't know,
I hope not. I hope and pray not for sure.
right, because that changes everything. Um, but at the end of the day, hopefully peaceful protest prevails. People are able to vent. But man, I just want to go back, man. 90% of Hispanic men in this country, 90% of Hispanic males that was able to vote in the election voted for Trump.
Hey, look. Okay, so look, I ain't got nothing to say about that one. That's good. What about this? I want to get your opinion on this. This happened last week, but I want to get your opinion on it. What do you think about the college
Yeah.
$2.6 billion settlement that they can pay college athletes now? Is that fair game or is it
I mean,
unwarranted?
it's a long time coming. I
It
mean,
is a long time coming for sure. I
it's,
agree.
it's a long time coming. It is definitely deserved. Let's shout out to the O'Bannon brothers, right?
He the
And
one who started it. Yeah,
yeah, when they sued the video game, what was the NCAA
right.
for having they likeness on the game? They fought that and pushed it. Shout out to what was it, Ed, and I don't even remember the other one, but
Charles.
Ed and Charles O'Bannon. Them boys fought, and they are the preemptors, that got this ball rolling, for folks to get paid, for you people using their likeness and their image, to make the universities a whole lot of money. And
Right.
so I think it's a great thing that some of them are going to get paid now, and it's at a point right now that anybody listen. You are absolutely batshit crazy, and I try not to cuss on the Raw Report too much, but you batshit crazy if you're at least not looking into your kids' athletic talent. I mean, you gotta at least
Yeah, but I, so
you
I
gotta
hear
at
you.
least check it
I
out.
know I hear you. I hear you. But just like anything, That money come with a price.
Oh no, everything comes with a price. But
Okay.
at this point, listen, Texas Tech, JT Toppin. JT Toppin was going to go to the NBA draft. JT Toppin was probably going to be a late first round pick, early second round pick. He was going to get a contract of about $3 million for the first 3 years of his NBA career. Texas Tech paid him $4 million to stay in school. Bro, if you don't, and we're talking about the big time NIL deals. We're
Right.
not talking about the $100,000 deals, the $50,000 deals.
Right. The ones that can
Those
take care of some folks at back home.
those are life changing amounts for
Right.
anybody who's prudent enough to manage their money, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. You gotta. I was talking to a guy about this the other day. You gotta put the golf club in your kid hand. You gotta mess around and put the
See
rug.
what they can do. At least see
Man,
what they can do.
you gotta at least see if they have throw their ass in the pool. You know what I'm saying? You gotta at least see what your kid can do with the money. Texas Tech is really it's on my mind because I'm here in Texas and I see it. But like
Right.
they paid the pitcher, the softball pitcher paid $1 million.
How many?
$1 million.
For a softball pitcher?
A softball pitcher.
Where was this money at? Boy.
This is what I'm saying. So it would behoove anybody. You got to see if your kid can play. You know, even if your kid don't go to a big time school, you go to one of these small areas, Eastern Montana, and the John Deere dealership there. You know what I'm saying? You got to come off that 60 down while your kid in school getting an education, a free education. You
Yeah.
know, I
You
mean,
just messed me up when you said they gave him $4 million to stay.
JT Toppin.
Wow. Can he go?
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
but
So
that's what
he gonna
they're
stay.
trying.
Get that
Texas
$4
Tech got
million.
some. They got
How
some.
old is he? Is he a senior this year?
I'm not sure, but I know they got this billionaire up there that's, passing out money like candy on Halloween, bro.
I mean, you got that kind of money. And I mean, so even that being said, so what do you think about the military parade that's planned on the 14th for Trump birthday?
Again, all of it sounds like he's trying to be Kim Jong Un or somebody. You know what I'm saying? It
But he
definitely got
don't.
a dictator's feel to it. Um,
But don't nobody fear him though, bro.
who don't fear him?
Nobody's scared of him.
I doubt that very seriously.
Huh. I don't know because I'm not in that atmosphere. I'm just looking
Yeah,
at.
I think they all fear him. Everybody
I,
wants to be in line with Trump. I mean, because bro, go back to Obama created this script, right? He he enfranchised poor people to get out and vote, poor
mhm.
minorities, right? The people who hadn't been heard. What Trump has done, he's galvanized that poor white base. And not only will they go out and vote for him, these crazy people are walking around with guns and trying to make holidays out of them, want them to be the Pope. They act like this dude walk on water. I live in Trump County down here in Texas, and these people think this man walk on water.
Wow, that's
He's
crazy.
not, and no matter what he said, what he do, that's why we like him. He's not a politician. He's not a politician. But what the hell is he then? Like he can do no wrong.
He sounds like a politician to me. Have you seen anything on that earthquake in Brazil?
Yeah, yeah.
What you think about that?
I mean, I don't know, man. So a lot of people feel like a lot of this stuff is some sort of man-made. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not. I hear the conspiracy theorists, and I keep my ear to the conspiracy network.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say. I'm
I
not
see,
gonna say
because
I
I ain't heard
believe
none
it
of
all.
this.
Huh?
I see you keep your ears to the conspiracy network because I ain't heard none of this.
Bro, I mean, when it hit the one that hit Haiti,
But you said man made. How they doing it?
bro, how they controlling the weather?
See,
I'm,
I'm not going down that road with you.
I'm
I'm
just
not.
saying,
I know you.
bro,
Look,
listen, I was in Houston, Texas, which is around when we start talking about, you know what I'm saying, the equator, we we about 50 ticks from the equator, and I saw it snow down here and freeze.
I remember when that happened, boy. You was out of power for like 3 days, right?
Man, come on, man.
And then I remember what people was getting like $100,000 electricity bills.
This is what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah,
So I'm not putting nothing past
nobody.
nobody.
I ain't mad at you. Uh,
That's why I keep my knees dirty, man, in a prayerful way. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know who's in control of all of this. But you know, it is very, very. We're living in very interesting times. But being a historian, everybody felt like this the time about the times they lived in. Everybody felt like it was the end of the world. Everybody felt like there was something spooky and going on and behind the shadows. And we're
I mean,
still
it's
pushing
obvious
forward.
nowadays, though.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Have you seen that story about Mexico saying that you gotta have more than a passport to go to Mexico?
yeah, man. You gotta have a visa. I mean, a lot of places you go, you gotta have a visa. You know, you go to Cuba, you gotta have a visa. I enjoyed my time in Cuba when I went over there. I'm not saying it's a big deal, but that it shows that the relations between the U.S. and Mexico is more than just strained, right? It shows that we ain't partners no more. And I think we talked about this on the Raw Report before. You can't fight a two-front war. You know what I'm saying? So you want to piss off Canada and you gonna piss off Mexico, and that's why you got people like Zelensky, whatever the dude name is from Ukraine, making that little side comment that there is a chance that America could have a war on this soil. We haven't had a war on this soil since the British were coming. The British were coming. So
Yeah, I pray that don't happen. Look, man, they got to. What's wrong with peace and love? That's all I'm asking. What's wrong with peace and love? You got
ain't nothing
anything
wrong
else
with it, man. But
you want to get on today? Today?
it's greed. It's greed, bro. At the end of the day, right? You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
how much money can you hoard?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, 45 million for a parade and people out here starving.
Yeah.
That's
and
sad.
don't care.
Don't even think about it.
Nah, don't care. Gonna get his little orange paint. He gonna paint it on his face. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get that beat up toupee that lean to the side a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, you silly.
He gonna get his foreign wife while he's deporting people. He
What do you
got
think about What do you think about that little rift between Elon and Trump?
yeah, I think we talked about it last week, right? They bromances. They trying to make up now. I don't know if you've been watching, but
I really don't. That's why we get on here to talk about it, try to go through
yeah,
so we can keep up.
Elon Musk said he mostly apologized for everything he said.
Mostly apologize.
Yeah, that was the words you used. And then Trump countered with, maybe we'll be cool at some point again. Like, man, these dudes, man. And look, Trump don't let nobody off, right? And now all of a sudden he can be back cool with Musk. Man, these dudes is clowns to me, man. We know what they doing. We
Right.
know it's a part of a larger plan. I just want to make sure my family is okay at the end of the day. And hopefully that's what everybody's mentality is. And we stocking up. You get you some cash supplies, keep some cash around. You know what I'm saying? You get you some guns because you know hopefully you be able to defend yourself in case something happens.
Right, for sure. What else? You got anything else you want to
Man,
spotlight?
I mean, man, I really want to talk about. We never really get a chance to talk about. You know what I'm saying? My Pittsburgh Steelers, especially not recently, but Aaron Rodgers.
I see.
Having,
Yeah, I see.
and hey, hey,
You came with the. Okay, let's talk about because I saw that. But if Aaron Rodgers could give you half of who he is, y'all might do something.
I mean, man, all he got to do is throw a couple bombs, man. Keep his jersey dirt, keep his jersey clean.
If
You know,
they block for him, that's the real thing.
man, we gonna run the ball.
Yeah, but well.
We gonna run the ball. All he gonna have to do is throw that
I
ball.
like the fact that y'all gonna run the ball, but this Aaron Rodgers, bro. You
Nah,
know how he
we gonna throw the ball about 20 times a game, man, and that's all he got to do. If he can sling that mug 20 times a game accurately, we gonna be all right. I'm more worried about T.J. Watt not signing. That's not showing up to training camp. That's big.
What's
But you got.
why you worried about that?
I mean, right. Hopefully they go ahead and pay him. So you're right. Why I'm worried about it. With Scary Terry, Washington fans need to be a little bit nervous. Terry McLaurin didn't go to training camp either, right?
Bro, they finna pay this dude. What is you saying?
They better pay him.
How did they not pay him? TJ Watt?
Yeah.
That's the only thing been holding him down for these last few years.
I mean, T.J. Watt gonna get paid. What about Terry McLaurin? You think Washington gonna pay him?
What other options do they got?
And wide receiver, he's the best. I mean, you got a young
On
quarterback.
point. So they gotta pay him.
Yeah,
Because it ain't like you finding wide receivers on the on the street these days.
yeah,
So I don't see how they can, honestly. Because if you really want the truth, this the year that Washington might actually got something.
yeah. I mean, they made it to the conference finals, right?
That's what I'm saying. But this the year they might actually put it together. So this ain't the year not to pay nobody.
Yeah,
And you remember they got new ownership.
definitely.
So you're right. They might be in there trying to play hardball, like trying to be stingy, trying to make all the money. Don't even get me upset right now, bro.
Yeah. Have you been checking out what's going on in the Middle East?
I seen a little something, man. It's political turmoil everywhere.
Yeah, it is. But when we're withdrawing our people from, the embassies and bringing military people home, that that's usually a sign. There's
Yeah,
thunder before the lightning.
but how you go? You already know. We said this last week, I think. You can't tell me what to do in my house if your house ain't clean. Sweep around your own porch first.
Yeah. What you say?
So
Sweep around your own porch.
I'm just saying. So us even having that discussion about what's going on, we really don't know. We taking their opinion because we in somebody else's house. We don't know how things supposed to be.
Right.
We trying to put our way on there.
Yeah.
So I can't say what's the right way or what's the wrong way. I really don't know, but I know some got to give.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's been we're living in, like I said, we're living in interesting times, man.
We doing what?
We're living in interesting times. How you feel about the first pope being from the United States? South side of Chicago.
It ain't even that, bro. It's like for me,
The
it's
pope
what you
throwing
say.
up GD.
Nah, bro. It's what you said about like something sinister going on in the background.
Yeah.
For me, I thought I would.
The dude was supposed to be. Everybody was talking about it was gonna be that black dude from Africa.
That wasn't gonna happen. Look, you talking about everything? Everything was gonna go down in. But I just didn't. I feel like it's. I don't know. I feel like that's. I don't want to say it ain't right. I just don't feel like it was some back room acting happening. Somebody got paid off somewhere.
Yeah, I mean something when I knew something was gonna be interesting about the next assignment of the pope when they was talking about Donald Trump gonna be the pope. Some of them, man, some of these folk down here, man, was like, he need to be the Pope. I'm like, these people are crazy. But then for the Pope to end up being from Chicago is crazy. But JD Vance, man, this dude got the death touch, man. He go visit the Pope died.
Look,
Let's
I'm
do
saying all that. Look, I don't got nothing to say on none of that. What you think about look? What you think about Beasley whooping
it.
on Lance?
What you say, man?
What you think about the one-on-one tournament? With Michael Beasley whooping on Lance, 31-21 or something like that.
No, man, I ain't even see it. Was it a good tournament?
It wasn't no tournament. It was a one-on-one matchup for $100,000.
Michael Beasley against who?
The dude played for the Pacers, Lance.
Lance Stevenson. Lance to make you
Lance Stevens.
dance.
Oh man, Michael Beasley was putting that work on that boy. Don't get me wrong, Lance Stevenson was getting his rocks off, but
Well, you know, Lance Stevenson is a New York legend. I don't know where Beasley from. I
no,
think
but
is Beasley from New Jersey? If
I don't know
Beasley
where
from
he's
New
from.
Jersey, that was a
But
New York, New Jersey matchup. That's crazy.
I've seen at least 4 or 5 NBA players say that Beasley, if they would have gave Beasley a real shot in the league, he would be up there. He would have had an awesome career. And they said, they said he one of the best one-on-one players ever.
Bro, that mental health though, man. Like, mental health is real, man. And people, he was one of the first guys I remember with the depression. I think he had schizophrenia or something crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't quote me on that, but I know he has some mental health issues. So, hey, shout out to Michael Beasley, man. He can
Yeah,
make it.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Get that money, Mike. Ain't
Yeah,
mad at you, bro.
look, I always knew dude was a baller, but I didn't know they was really like blocking him from getting his shine on.
Right.
Because the way they was talking about it, them NBA players, they was like when he was down in Miami with Bron now, they said he was cooking LeBron in one-on-ones after practice.
Mm.
So how do you not let that run?
Well, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Basketball ain't a one-on-one sport. I'm just saying.
I agree. I agree 100%, especially coaching wise. But when I need a bucket,
Yeah. Somebody you
I
can
ain't
pay
say I ain't say
$10
I ain't say I ain't say it's crunch time and we trying to find it, but I'm talking about I need a bucket. That's when you go to that one-on-one play.
Yeah.
But then I the vice versa argument to that would be they not warm.
Yeah.
So I get it. I guess I get it both ways.
Yeah. I mean, man, again, if they didn't get a man a shot, he ain't the first one to not get a shot. You know, Eugene German is a heck of a basketball player. And still, you know what I'm saying, hasn't got any calls to get into the league. And so,
He's
uh,
still playing overseas, right?
yeah, he's still playing in China. Matter of fact, he got a one-on-one matchup against some guy. I saw that's coming up, a money matchup. I think maybe 25, 30, $50,000, something like that, one-on-one. But who knows, man? You know, who knows, man? Mike Beasley probably do deserve another shot. And what do you think about Boogie Cousins down there, man? About to
What
slap Boogie.
happened with that situation? I seen it. I read it, but I don't know what happened.
Man, you know, we got a lot of yellow journalism going on in the United States. That term came from the early 1920s when people was just lying in the newspaper. I saw an article talking about Boogie suspended and kicked off the team because of a brawl. I watched the video. Dude is talking junk to Boogie. Boogie grabs his junk and gets to shaking it in the dude's face. Dude trying to act like he gonna do something. Boogie like, dude, I dare you. He jumping at him and flinching at him, and people getting in between. And that was it. Wasn't no fight.
But
But yeah,
who is he playing for?
man, somebody in Puerto Rico.
And he got suspended?
No, they kicked him out the league. Period. He's done.
We don't need your kind over here.
No, man.
Now you bringing too much drama over here. We nice peaceful folks over here.
But you know, Puerto Rico is the pretty people, man. They don't want none of that.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
you say that. That's what they want you to believe.
That's what they want you to believe, man.
Right.
And so I mean, again, man, we got Puffy weird ass paying me and the bonus women. We got Boogie about to slap dude with his junk down there in Puerto Rico. We got ICE trying to throw people over the border. When people try to speak out about it, they go send everybody to go get them. Gavin Newsom, what's crazy about that is the mayor, the governor of California didn't even sign off on the National Guard being there. They tried to sue the government because of that, man. Trump took over that. This is what I'm saying about them trampling on the Constitution. Trump cannot take over. Well, I guess he can because he did. But he's not supposed to be able to take over a state's National Guard. You know, he had, without permission from the governor. But he did it.
Oh no, I'm saying
But
he definitely did
but
that, bro.
right, he did it. So
Yeah. Well, you got
I
anything else?
understand.
You wanna any other subjects you want to tackle
Nah,
on the golf
man.
course
Hey,
tonight?
man. I think I don't think I don't think I done rattled off. You know what I'm
Oh, no,
saying
no,
about
you always do your thing on here, bro. I appreciate it. So what time the game start?
game at 7:30, man. I got my jersey on, man. I'm about to go down here and you know what I'm saying. Got a couple of cold ones, man, and gonna watch these Pacers go ahead and win this game 3.
All right, well, I'm gonna do the same. So y'all already know what we like to say. Stay real, stay raw, stay
Stay raw.
grounded in your faith. Until the next time, y'all. I'm out.